So, a question amongst some in the so-called black community and amongst the people who know the way is if it's okay to believe in Christ and join secret societies. Now, for the purpose of this presentation, I will focus on the Divine Nine organization or the Black Greek letter organizations, since I do want to aim this to the so-called black community. However, the things I will present in this presentation will be relatable to anyone of any race. The question I must pose is, should Christians join secret societies? The answer is no, of course, because these organizations have a different spirit that is contrary to the Most High. First, these organizations are known for being secret. Deuteronomy chapter 29 and 29th verse says, "The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law." Also, for all those who are or were a part of these secret societies and trying to worship the God of the Bible, remember in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, the 14th verse, "For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." There are many things about these organizations that will break into multiple videos. For there are many things these organizations do both in the open and in the underground, aka in secret. They have secret handshakes, secret information, secret meaning behind symbols, secret rituals, and many other secrets. And I will reveal some of these secrets. Most of them you can easily find, and some of them hidden in plain sight. I will know this because I used to be a member of one of those so-called Divine Nine organizations, which was called Kappa Alpha Psi. And yes, for those who are interested in me being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, I was a noob as well, for those who know about that. And when I first got saved and started to walk on the straight and narrow way, one of the questions I had to ask myself a couple months in was if it was okay for me to be a noob and a Bible-believing Christian. And for those who are privy to the culture of Black Greek organizations, you know the difference between being a Kappa and being a noob. But anyways, those who attend colleges, especially at HBCU, there tends to be a keen interest in so-called black people joining one of these so-called Divine Nine organizations. The reasons vary onto why they'll join these organizations. The first reason is legacy or tradition. If a person has a member that is a part of one of these organizations, they are called a legacy. Sometimes one has a parent or other family members who are a part of one of the D9 organizations. This is a common reason on why people join, for family members usually have a bigger influence on you more than anyone else. And we see this throughout the Bible in 2 Kings, the 28th chapter, with people such as King Manasseh, who worship Baal. And though he changed and repented later on in his life, his child, Ammon, ended being influenced and worshiped Baal and was into witchcraft. And this is why the Bible tells us in Proverbs, the 22nd chapter, in the 6th verse, to train up a child in the way that he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Therefore, it is no marvel if the older family members are proud and active members of whatever organizations it could and most likely entice the younger members of that family to be interested to join when they become of age. And if they're lucky, the family members may groom them themselves. The second reason is your environment. Besides family, sometimes one is surrounded by people who are a part of these organizations and might have a huge influence in their lives. This will include teachers, church members, friends, or family members of friends, neighbors, etc. In my case, I knew people from the church I grew up in who were members of the Divine Nine organizations. And some of these guys looked out for me and almost took me under their wings, in which they recruited me to join a mentorship program which was ran by the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So pretty much I, along with many, were being groomed and encouraged to join these organizations. Not to mention a plethora of athletes, political actors are members of these organizations, such as Michael Jordan or Jesse Jackson or Shaq, whom many young people sadly idolize. The third reason, it's for the sense of community. The most common reason why people join these organizations or any cult or group is that the person wants to feel that they are a part of a family, a community, to be a part of something bigger than themselves sometimes. The reason why I say that this might be the most common reason is because from my experience, this is almost every answer everyone gives, whether you're asking a friend or if you're asking a member or someone that's interested in joining these organizations. Whether or not they actually believe this, the feeling to be a part of something or a part of a crowd should always raise concerns. I remember talking to a family member who was interested in joining one of the D9 sororities, and she told me that she wanted to be a part of a sisterhood with like-minded black females to, and I quote, uplift their communities, the black communities specifically. And to be honest, just replace sisterhood with brotherhood and female with male, and you have about 99% of the reasons people give on wanting to join the secret societies. But as a response, I ended up asking her if she actually needed to be a part of this sorority to uplift the so-called black community. And she, as well as others, have said no, but they feel like it would help. Clearly, this shows that it's more important and more about being a part of the crowd rather than doing good on your own. Because if it was truly about doing good for your community, then you could do it alone or do it without tying yourself to a group. Number 4, there are special perks. Some people understand that the people in power in high places are sometimes, if not most of the times, a part of these secret societies. Therefore, the networking and special perks come into play. You have people who are owners of a company and will hire someone because they are a brother in the front of fraternity or lodge they're in. So the perks are useful and somewhat profitable or beneficial. Not forgetting to mention the feeling to be a part of an exclusive club, right? But are those perks worth it? You have to ask yourself. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Matthew chapter 8, verse 36. These are the 4 reasons that I can think of on why people join secret societies, and this will be what the first part is about. Also, I would like to add the reasons that I gave to why people join these organizations is very similar to why so many young people, so many so-called young black kids join gangs like the Bloods or the Crips or the GDs or the MILF or, whatever. Just like how some people have family members a part of secret societies, there are kids who have parents that belong to the hood and are taught that this gang culture should be glorified. Likewise, with the environment one grows up in, if a kid grows up in the hood and has friends or starts looking at the gangsters as quote-unquote dope, cool, then these kids may be enticed to join their neighborhood gang. The sense of being a part of a community along with the special perks can be easily compared with both why people join gangs and secret societies. If the gang is running the block and they see that they're the ones with fear and respect, then some of these kids want the same security. The perks of being part of the gang is not only having a crew behind your back, but people fearing you. Therefore, these kids will join the streets like the Bloods and the Crips, just like how these college-bred Negroes, which includes myself, seeing the Noops or the Alphas or the Q Dogs as respectable and cool, and then joining them. Needless to say, joining the gang is no different from joining a Black Greek organization. The only difference is that one group is more higher level Luciferian, and the other is just a low level Luciferian organization. So peace.